connotation of nuclear energy growing up. I mean, I don't really know too much about it today still because I feel like it's kind of like the untouched subject.
Not nuclear energy, but badly done nuclear energy. We have a view, for instance, of what happened in Japan a few years ago, which was a case of certain safety regulations not being enforced. We have views that are based on weaponry, which is something that we need to deal with through disarmament and not through getting rid of the energy itself.
I have no idea about nuclear energy.
We are standing outside the Nuclear Industry Summit. This is a sub-outlet of the Nuclear Security Summit and discusses what should be done about nuclear energy. There isn't a lot of knowledge about the positives surrounding nuclear energy, so here is what you need to know from experts at Nuclear Security Summit.
We have removed the world's most deadly materials from nuclear facilities around the world. With Japan's announcement today, we've now removed or secured all the highly enriched uranium and plutonium from more than 50 facilities in 30 countries. More than 3.8 tons, which is more than enough to create 150 nuclear weapons. That's material that will never fall into the hands of terrorists.
The Department of Energy has, the environmental approvals that it needs to bring that material into the United States and to go through the process of diluting and disposing of this material. Describing HUMF at Y12, the new facility that stores all that highly enriched uranium. Again, these giant walls and security by design. There are metric tons of plutonium in the civilian sector, and the issues ultimately come down to how countries view this material. Some see it as an asset, and some see it as a liability. An asset in terms of using it as fuel, MOX fuel, or whatever type of fuel in terms of powering reactors. All I can say really is that, obviously nuclear security and non-proliferation is a very important part of the president's legacy, something he takes very important. A lot of the important work that's left out there doesn't necessarily require a lot of money. It's more political will.
We just spoke to GE's Eric Lowen, who told us about the future of nuclear energy.
My name is Dr. Eric Paul Lowen. I work at General Electric, Hitachi Nuclear Energy. The good news about my field is that we're looking at possibilities of recycling used nuclear fuel. And we can do that with fundamentally different sort of nuclear reactors that have run before. There's been about 22 of them, and they're called sodium-cooled reactors. And so my day job is to try to take that technology, convince people, convince some investors, and let's take a risk and look at an alternative path for what we're on now.
The good news is that the possibilities of progress remain.